Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 8th annual Warm and Cozy. My name is Julian Tikaram with Fort Wayne's NBC News, and I'll be your host for the evening. And I am so excited to be here with you tonight. We're going to have so much fun for a wonderful cause. Warm and Cozy, of course, is the only fundraiser that benefits the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center. And tonight, we really want to put the spotlight on our forensic nurses. They do so much for our community, giving a voice to the voiceless in our community, and most importantly, collecting that very crucial medical forensic evidence that could win justice for a victim in the courtroom, as well as providing those resources and being that caring, compassionate person that those victims need. So nurses, we just want to thank you tonight, pay tribute to everything you do, and we are going to raise so much money for the center. And I just want to remind you that we are streaming on 2 platforms tonight. We're streaming on YouTube and we're also streaming on Facebook, so catch us on both. We've got the silent auction going on right now, and just a reminder, the silent auction ends at 7 o'clock. So I really hope you're bidding, because we have some incredible prizes up for grabs. And I just want to tell you, we've got the beautiful Levion necklace and the Hedge handmade necklace. Also, my personal favorite, the Date Night Kate Spade pocketbook. It's pink, it's feminine, it's so adorable. So make sure you check out those prizes. In addition to that, Pizza Hut for a whole year, and I heard that the bourbon basket is a really hot commodity right now. So again, that silent auction ends at 7 o'clock, so make sure you're bidding. But the fun doesn't end there, because the live auction begins at 8 o'clock. And just a very quick important note about that live auction. Because we're doing a live virtual event, there is a bit of a delay, so we don't want that. So maybe 5 minutes before 8 o'clock, we're going to need you to switch over to the live audio feed on the Schrader auction site, because we do not want there to be a delay. And I will constantly remind you about this throughout the evening so you don't forget. But remember, live audio feed on the auction site if you'd like to participate for the live auction. All right, guys, well, you are going to hear from so many people tonight, including supporters of the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center and also some victims. And right now, I want you to listen to Erica Monroe. She was a victim of sexual assault, and she talks a little bit about her experience with the center. Take a listen.
Hi, my name is Jada Smith, and I'm the Director of Resource Development for the Salvation Army in Allen County. I am also a mother of 6, and I am a survivor of rape and sexual assault. And I'm just so grateful that the Sexual Assault Treatment Center is an option that young women have.
Hello, my name is Erica Monroe, and I wanted to take a minute to talk to you about the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center. It is a place that's very near and dear to my heart because I am a rape survivor. When I was 10 years old, I was raped in 1988 in Elkhart County, and I had to deal with doctors and nurses who were well-meaning and well-intentioned, but unfortunately undertrained and inexperienced. And so the SAT is close to my heart because what they help do is train the first responders, the psychologists, the counselors, the victims advocates, police officers, emergency room employees on how to interact with a victim of trauma. And a victim of trauma, unfortunately, can be just about anybody. Sexual assault is indiscriminate. It can happen to a baby who's a few days old, to a great-grandmother in their wheelchair, to men and women. In fact, 1 out of 6 women in their lifetimes will either have been raped or the victim of an attempted rape. And 1 out of every 10 rape that occurs here in the United States, the victim is a male. So it's everybody that is affected by this. And the stuff that the SATC does is just, it changes lives. I mean, their nurses at the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center, They're forensic nurses that are specially trained as sexual assault nurse examiners, which means that they can do an evidentiary exam and interact with the victim, whether it's a child or an adult, an adolescent, and they can understand what that patient is going through and collect evidence and help them sometimes get justice and closure on what happened to them. And that is something that you cannot put a price on. But the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center is solely supported and run on donations from individuals to corporations. So I would ask you today, if you would like to give to an organization that actually helps change people's lives for the better, it helps them move through a traumatic event that will forever alter the course of their life. It alters the way that they think and see other people. You have a chance to make a difference in somebody's life. And so I'm asking you today to please consider donating to the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you so much, Erica, for sharing your testimony with us. Certainly not an easy thing to do. Well, if you've been a participant of Warm and Cozy every single year, you know we always have a fund a need. And the big fund a need this year is the call pay. As you know, our forensic nurses are available 24/7, 365 for anybody that needs them. And unfortunately, call pay has taken a huge cut this year, a 75% cut. So, to make sure that those nurses are available for you, if you ever have a traumatic experience and you need to get a hold of them, we need to fund call pay. So please head to our website, warm-cozy.org, and you can donate to call pay. Any amount will work, but just an example here, $100 will fund just a week of call pay. But any donation is worth it. We really just need to make sure that these nurses are available 24/7 for the community. And let me tell you, unfortunately, a lot of things happen after hours. So please help us fund call pay and go to our website. Alrighty, so we've got some live entertainment tonight. It is so much fun. The legendary Train Hoppers are here. We are jamming and grooving with them. So let's send it out to them for a few songs, guys. Here we go.
Child, you might be wondering why he's found those hard times in the country down on Penny's Farm. Working overtime at the restaurant, tips and shit since tour's been gone. But I got babies and I got bills. She don't work and she's on them pills. It's a hard time in the country down on Penny's Farm. The way it was in the past, you like it so much that you wanna go back. You wanna go back the way it was before. If they got time travel we can afford. It's a hard time in the country down on Penny's Farm. A wealthy friend and some good advice. You enjoy a base, then you leave it nice. Someday you're gonna have to stress you well. It's gonna take more than prayers for my health. Thanks, hard time in the country down on Penny's Farm.
Hey everybody, we are so happy to be here tonight. We're going to do a couple numbers right now, a couple more a little bit later. Wish you were all here with us. It's a beautiful night, makes it so bittersweet. We are the Train Hoppers, proud to be here. Dan, play one.
Have you ever stumbled on a train in the middle of the night, pouring down rain, and you had a few drinks, but you couldn't help but feel stuck? Sit on down, take a ride, but you can't follow that midnight sky as far as it'll let you before the sun comes up. Well, if you got the time, it ain't no crime to ramble on. Have you ever stumbled on a town in the middle of the night when no one's around and you didn't know where you were but you wanted to stay? And you hear that whisper in your ear, it's a voice in your head that ain't too clear, telling you to get your guitar and play. And you play all night, get your money, and you're on your way. Meet some people you like, oh, but you can't stay. And if you got the time, it ain't no crime to ramble on. Have you ever left all alone? Woman you love, place you call home, just to follow a dream and leave your life behind. And you know you wake one day, you find your dreams gone astray, and it don't help no one to feel this way. It took a lot of time and it took a lot of time to find. Oh, and if you got the time, it ain't no crime to ramble on. And if you got the time, it ain't no crime to ramble on. If you got the time, it ain't no crime to ramble on.
Good. Thank you, guys. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys were here jamming with us, but I know that you're dancing at home. Awesome, awesome. All right, well, tonight we want to thank so many of our key sponsors. This event, the center, it would not be possible without you guys. So I'm going to read off the names now. Thank you so much to the DeMarcus Family Foundation, Amy and Mike Ray, Steel Dynamics, Vera Bradley, the Allen County Sheriff's Department, the James Foundation, Jim and Cheryl Brockman, Sweetwater, Brotherhood Mutual, Kelly Automotive, Fort Wayne Pet Hospital, Ardmore Plaza U-Store, Annie Bobelia, Bob and Kathleen Purley, Dr. Stephen and Robin Fisher, Josh Parrish, Glow Magazine, Kurtz Mayo Contractor Solutions, Nancy Smith, Bob and Irene Walters, PNC, Sam and Amy Kraus, and Dr. Marvin Eastland. Thank you so much to our sponsors. We appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for everybody watching tonight. Well, now's the fun part because we are going to announce some door prizes. I know you all have been waiting for this. Kayla, take it away.
Thank you, Julian. Okay, guys, we're going to announce a couple door prizes for you. Remember, you have to call in the number that you see below, so don't forget that part. Mix them up. There's so many, so thank you all for tuning in. Our first one is Ashley Holden of Fort Wayne. So thank you, Ashley. And our next one for the evening is Lindsay Likens of Auburn. So thank you so much. Don't forget, you have to call the number below. Back to you, Julian.
All right, thank you so much, Kayla, and a big congratulations to all of our winners, and we will be announcing more door prizes throughout the evening, so make sure you stick around. Well, there is so much that you probably don't know about the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center. For example, like it was the very first center in the Midwest. Isn't that incredible? And you probably don't know that 65% of their patients are children, and you probably don't really know the ins and outs of a day for a forensic nurse. Well, that's okay, because we have compiled a short video for you, and we hope that you'll find it educational, informative, and also very powerful. We're calling it our Fireside Chat. Take a listen.
Cookie, remember back in the 90s in the ER before we even opened up the Sexual Assault Treatment Center?
Oh my gosh, yes. I remember patients had to wait forever. Nurses were taught not to document legibly so that nobody could go to court, reading instructions to the kit. It was awful. We had no idea what we were doing.
How did you not know what you were doing? You're a nurse.
I know, it's pretty scary, isn't it? But realistically, we just weren't taught what to do for victims of sexual assault. We were well educated in every other aspect of healthcare and nursing, but for victims of sexual violence, we just didn't get a lot of training.
So what happened to the sexual assault victims?
They would show up in the emergency room, and it would be a while to get them back to room. But then once that happened, then it became a process of, okay, we have to hurry up and get them out, and we just weren't able to spend as much time with our patients as what we would have liked to.
So is that why you guys opened the center?
Yeah, we knew there had to be a better way to do the medical care and collect the forensic evidence, but also do it in a compassionate and dignified manner and give our patients all of their options.
Did the center open right away?
No, it took us almost 2 years to get all of the nurses trained. There weren't very many places that were available for us to get our training. So we established our 501c3 and we opened our doors January 29th of 1996. And we were actually the first in the entire Midwest and the 20th center to open in the entire country.
So did you guys see patients right away?
That's kind of a funny story, but yeah, the three of us, Pam, Dawn, and I, were sitting out at Azteca, and we were waiting for all the news channels to announce our opening because it was a big deal being the first in the Midwest. And at 5:10, my Batmobile-sized phone, like this big, rang, and we kind of stared at it, but I answered it, hello, and it was actually the Fort Wayne Police Department with our first victim en route to the Sexual Assault Treatment Center. And we have remained open every day since then, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, through blizzards, power outages, and 9/11, and most recently, COVID-19.
What happened next? I mean, you said that you saw your first patient within 10 minutes of opening the center, but where did these patients even come from?
Since day one, they come from our SART, which is the Sexual Assault Response Team. That is a multidisciplinary team that is comprised of a medical component, law enforcement, social services, and the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center.
Should the victim be afraid to do the exam?
Oh my gosh, no. I mean, the whole exam is about the patient. We only come in when they want to have the exam. But even if they got there and changed their mind, we would stop. We don't force anybody. And if they only want a part of it done. But what's cool about it, and people don't know, there's one nurse, one patient. We take our time, each patient. We individualize that care, explain step by step what it is, and we make it all about them.
Is that true with children also?
Yes, it is the same for children. We don't force them to undergo any part of the examination if they don't want to. And for kids, it's really about helping them to take a step in the direction of healing. We want them to know that their body's okay, they're not in trouble, they're not bad. So we really try to create a very healing, warm environment for the children that we see.
So you guys help a lot of patients. So what is the cost for each patient? And do you guys accept insurance to help?
So our services are at absolutely no cost to the patient. So that's medical forensic examination, photo documentation, medications, community resources, even testimony. All of that is at no cost to our patients.
So you guys offer so much to each and every patient at obviously no cost, as you said. So where does all the funding come from?
We get our funding from the feds, from the Victims' Crimes Fund, but that's not a guarantee. We also have community partnerships, businesses that donate yearly, private donation. We write for grants, and then we have a big fundraiser in September called the Warm and Cozy.
Okay, guys, so on your business cards, it says Forensic Nurses Making a Difference. What exactly does that mean?
For me, it's about options. It's giving our patients the options to choose what type of care they would like to receive. To me, it means a center of excellence for patients that experience sexual violence.
To me, it means hope, that we offer our victims hope.
Okay, you're on.
Wow, such an informational video. Thank you to everyone who participated in that. And hopefully you guys at home really truly understand now why we need to support the center. All right, just a few reminders. We are a few minutes away from the main show, and it starts at 7 o'clock. Just a reminder, the silent auction ends at 7 o'clock, so you only have a few minutes to bid on those amazing items. Make sure you bid now and you bid high, okay? We need you to do that. Also, the live auction begins at 8 o'clock, and a very important reminder about that live auction, maybe 5 minutes before 8, you need to switch over to the live audio feed on the auction site, and you can get to the auction site by going to warm-cozy.org, which is our website. But again, that live auction begins at 8 o'clock, and you need to switch over to the live audio feed. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, everybody that's watching on YouTube, everybody that's watching on Facebook, and we will be right back with our main show. Stay with us. Well, if you haven't been joining us for the pre-show, welcome officially to the 8th Annual Warm and Cozy. My name is Julian Tikaram with Fort Wayne's NBC, and I'll be your host for the evening. And I am so excited to be here. We are already having so much fun, and of course we are here for one reason, and that is to fund the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center. And we really want to highlight the incredible work that our forensic nurses do. Not only do they provide a voice to the voiceless in our community, but they also provide those victims with counseling services and the resources they need to cope with such a traumatic experience in their lives. And also, let's not forget, they collect that very important medical forensic evidence that could win justice for a victim in the courtroom. So what they do is so important. Thank you so much to our forensic nurses, and we really want to support them tonight. We've got a lot going on. We've got live entertainment. The legendary Train Hoppers are here, and they are rocking and jamming. It's been so much fun, and we will continue to hear from them throughout the evening. We also have the live auction happening at 8 o'clock. And just a very important reminder for you about the live auction. 5 minutes till 8 o'clock, we're going to need you to switch over to the live audio feed on the Schrader auction website. It's very important that you do that because we do not want to delay when you're bidding. We also have some great items up for grabs in that live auction. We've got a Lake Tahoe getaway. We've got the wonderful NASCAR experience, which is popular each and every year. So there's a lot of items up for grabs. So make sure you check that out on the website. So much fun. All right, well, I'm not alone here tonight. I have two co-hosts with me, and I'd like to introduce them now. Of course, this woman needs no introduction. To my left is Michelle Ditton, the CEO and Chief Nursing Officer of the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center. Michelle, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this again this year. It's a big night.
It is, Julian, and thank you for being our MC again. And I can sense your passion and your knowledge already about the center, and thank you for helping us.
Of course. Well, you guys have a big funded need this year.
We do.
And that is call pay.
Correct.
Explain what that is and why people absolutely need to support it.
Call pay is what we pay the nurses after hours to be available to answer the telephones for 17 counties, 1.6 million people.
Wow.
And what happens is law enforcement can have a question, a physician or a nurse can be calling from a hospital or a doctor's office and have a victim in their office and have a question, or a victim can be calling and wanting to know what her options are, wanting to come in, or just wanting to know what her options are. So our nurses stay on the phone and have been for 24 and a half years.
Wow.
They will answer those calls after hours to answer those questions. And if a victim wants to come, they will arrange for the team of professionals to come in and meet him at our center.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Michelle. Everybody go on our website and make sure you donate to Fund a Need Call Pay. It's so, so important. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Julian.
All right. To my right, our auctioneer for the evening is Jerry Ely.
Hi, Julian.
Hi, Jerry. How are you?
I am just humbled to be here, just as you are honored to be with Michelle and her nurses.
Yeah.
We can't fathom the days that they go through and what they do to provide the services to their victims. So heroes in my mind for many years. So please donate tonight. We're here to help. And this call pay, it is to help the nurses pay for the Sexual Assault Treatment Center to remain open for 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days. So, and I know I just spoke to one today, and she was up at 1:30 and didn't get to bed till 11. So it's just incredible what they do for their victims, and they're just right in our backyard. So it's just kind of really heartfelt that we're here tonight to help them to do that.
Yeah, and we just want to create awareness because unfortunately there are so many people, including victims, who don't know about the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center. They don't know about this amazing resources, like you said, right here in our backyard.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, hey, we do have some wonderful live auction items coming up a little bit later on, as we mentioned there. There's been a lot of swift bidding already online, but that has now closed temporarily. That will open up again at 8 o'clock and about 5 minutes till you can kind of go on there, but we'll be selling one item at a time. So be prepared to bid on those live auction items. But I think at this time we're going to have a little fun with our call pay and fund the need and try to raise a little funds, because that's really why we're here tonight. We're here to kind of dig deep, and I pray that it's on your hearts there. For all of you millions, well, maybe several hundred that are watching tonight. But,
Jerry, we hope it's millions.
Yes. Hey, shout out Mike here has been doing all of our technical work for many, many weeks here. His mom from Mission, Texas just called in. She's watching, so it's pretty awesome to where our audience could be coming from here tonight. So we're ready to do that. So
Your mom's watching too, I heard.
I think my mom's watching too. So hi, Mom, and everybody else, all my relation out there. But hey, so if you go on to that Warm and Cozy, okay, warm-cozy.org right now, and you can go on to the different bid levels, the call pay levels, and we're just going to kind of ask tonight if somebody wants to make, well, $43,000 for a one-year salary. That would be nice if somebody just decided to do that. So you can go down there, you can scroll down and find those levels of what amount that you would like to donate to. $3,500 for a month, $1,500 for 2 weeks, $750 for a week, $100 per day. So pray it may be on your heart tonight. As I said, go out there right now and check out those different levels and spend a little time tonight. I know there's groups out there, so hi to all those different groups that are getting together tonight. So maybe you can get your little cartel put together and bid like $43,000 for one group, for a whole family, or for a whole business group that's together tonight, or whatever it might be. So please go to that right now, go to the call pay, find those levels, take a little time and bid on those here tonight as we get started. We got a lot of these train hoppers, guys, are phenomenal. So you can have a little time to think about it, but we're going to come back to that a little bit later on. But please take some time now and bid for the call pay.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Jerry. Yeah, thank you so much, Jerry. Yeah, it's so important, guys. We need our nurses to be available 24/7. So please go on the website, warm-cozy.org, and fund a need. And that big need this year is the call pay. All right. Well, you probably didn't know that the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center works with over 50 law enforcement agencies to help victims of sexual assault. And right now, I want you to hear from a Fort Wayne Police Department officer. His name is Paul Schroeder, and he's talking about his experience with the center. Take a listen.
Hello, my name is Paul Schroeder. I'm a police officer with the city of Fort Wayne, have been for over 33 years. And it's also been my privilege to have served on the board of directors for the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center for several years. And that's what I want to talk about with you today. You know, there are countless ways in which each of us can do things in our community to make it a better place to live and work. Volunteering or contributing to organizations that serve in our community can change the outlook of your future or someone else's. Organizations like the Sexual Assault Treatment Center, they provide treatment for victims of sexual violence, not just in Fort Wayne, but to most of northeastern Indiana. When a victim of sexual violence reaches out, they are there to listen. And they offer the victim choices for healthcare needs, reporting options, and resources so they can begin a journey of healing. The services that the SATC provides to victims is crucial for their healthcare needs, but they do so much more in aid and training to the other healthcare systems in the area and the criminal justice system. In so many ways, they help speak for the victim. Now, I know talking about sexual violence makes people feel uncomfortable, and it should, because when it happens, it is traumatic. It is a violent abuse of power to others. But it happens in every community to victims of all ages and gender. It happens in our community. It happens to people that you know. It happens in our families. And it shouldn't be hidden or ignored. It does make people uncomfortable, but silence and unreported or untreated sexual violence scars children and it destroys families. Sexual violence is preventable through collaboration in the community, in our homes, our neighborhoods, our schools, our workplace, and our places of faith. Collaboration with organizations like the SATC. We all must play a role in preventing sexual violence. It is up to us to establish standards for respect and safety, equality, and helping others. not just within our own families, but within the community. The SATC makes a difference in the lives of victims of sexual violence, and you can make a difference also by helping, volunteering, contributing to organizations like the SATC. It is up to you to decide if you want to make a difference in your community. Thank you for listening.
Hey, welcome back, and thanks again for donating towards the call pay, but we're not done, so keep on bidding if you want to do that. Keep adding to that call pay. But right now, I'm going to draw for 2 more door prizes, so here we go. Ready? From Fort Wayne, Indiana. Jessica Crozier. I think we know that person. Jessica Crozier. She works from the Victims Assistance. Very good. Great. Okay, here we go. Second one. From Fort Wayne, Brendan Maxwell. Those are your 2 door prizes. And I'm going to kick back out to Julian. I think she's out at the pool again. So here's Julian.
Hey, Jerry, you know I love the pool. It's where I like to be. Okay, well, you know, every single year, the Warm and Cozy Committee works very hard to put on this spectacular event, and the head of that committee is the wonderful Kayla Henderson. She opens up her home to us every single year. Thank you so much, Kayla. How are you doing this evening?
This is wonderful. I feel like this is a piece of cake for me this year, thanks to Michael. So,
Yes.
even events like this, where you don't have all the production, we can't do it without people like the legendary Train Hoppers and Michael and you and everyone. So tonight we have a treat.
Yes.
Yeah, we have Spencer at the Copper Spoon, who created our wonderful Warm and Cozy drink for the evening.
Oh, I am so excited about this signature beverage because you guys know it is always delicious. Spencer, hey, how you doing?
Hey, Julian. Hey, Kayla.
Hey, Spencer. Okay, guys, so we have a treat for you tonight. If you've been to Warm and Cozy before, you know that we are known for our signature cocktail that we offer that evening, and tonight is extra special. We have Spencer over at the Copper Spoon, who not only created tonight's cocktail, but he's going to show you tonight how to make it. So it's all you, Spencer.
Thanks again for having me. I do work over at Copper Spoon and Sidecar. Tonight I'm working on a sidecar. So with that, we're going to be making a fall spice cocktail, but also very rum focused because it's something that we do out here, is focus on rum and agave. For the cocktail, I do recommend a darker rum and aged rum, not something with like spices and sugar. So I'd recommend something like a Don Q Añejo or even like a Bacardi Añejo. Appleton's Signature is another really good one. It's going to have a little bit more of those funky esters. The rum that I chose to use was the Fiji by Plantation. It does have some of the same funky esters, but not as intense as a Jamaican rum. For the cocktail, there's going to be 2 ounces of this, and it's going to be a ½ ounce of fresh lime juice, fresh orange juice, and then the honey spice syrup that I made for the cocktail. For starters, though, I would suggest getting a towel at home, putting some ice cubes in the towel, and then basically kind of breaking those ice cubes over a counter. You could use a mallet, you could use a meat tenderizer. You're just basically going to be creating the same kind of ice that we'll be using for the cocktail to dilute it, because if you use traditional ice, it just might not dilute to the point where it's going to be super palatable right away. It might need to kind of sit there for a little while before you should drink it. For the cocktail, though, we will be using 2 ounces of the rum. And then it's going to be a ½ ounce, like I said, of each thing. Kayla, what are some things that the guests should know about tonight's event?
Oh, great question, Spencer. So tonight's event benefits the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center, and it is their only fundraiser for the year. So I think it's important to know that not only do we need to raise funds for the evening, everything that happened with COVID, obviously they were affected too, but tonight's event also brings awareness, which is the reason we started the event. So great question.
And we appreciate you allowing us to be involved this year. It's definitely something that we feel very passionate about as well. So yeah, definitely thank you for allowing us to get involved this year for sure.
We're so thankful. Thank you.
Okay, and then back to the cocktail. So to finish the cocktail, you're going to be doing something called swizzling. If you have a spoon at home, or if you even have like an egg beater, basically what you're going to be doing is you're just going to be twisting the spoon objects back and forth and just kind of diluting and stirring up the cocktail. That's done. Let's top it off with some more fresh ice. All right. the garnish, we will be using Angostura aromatic bitters. It can be used as like a balancing agent in a cocktail as well. For this, it will be just pretty much the aromatics. So we'll be hitting it on top of the cocktail for those aromatics. And then we're going to be using some fresh mint. You can get mint in your garden. You can get it at the grocery store. That's totally fine. And then you're just basically be activating it. Kind of, you can slap it in your hand if you want to. I always use the glass. Grab a straw, and then you're basically just going to be kind of plunging your mint down with your straw so that it stays right next to it. We're going to be garnishing it with an edible orchid here. You might not have that at home. It's totally fine. You can go pick up a flower from your garden or anything like that. That works as well. Yeah, so go ahead and check out the cocktail. Hope you guys enjoy it. And Kayla, here's yours.
Oh, thank you.
So cool. He just handed it.
That's awesome, Spencer. Thank you. It's
Pleasure. My
perfect.
pleasure. Hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for supporting this.
Back to you, Julian.
Oh, Copper Spoon, I love him.
All right, thank you so much, Spencer and Kayla. That drink looks so delicious. I cannot wait to try it. And you can make it and try it right from the comfort of your own home. The recipe is on our website, warm-cozy.org. So make sure you go on there and look it up. All right, well, back to the reason we are here tonight, which is to fund the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center. And Michelle, you have so many supporters, but how many people do you think have actually visited the center?
None. I mean, no one really comes in just for no reason. So,
Right.
I mean, unfortunately, unless you need our services. But it's an incredible center, and it's make you feel very warm and at home. But no, not very many people ever come through our center.
Okay, well, we wanted you guys to get an inside look at the center. And so Leslie Cook, she graciously takes us through the center. Here she is now.
Hello, and welcome to the Sexual Assault Treatment Center. My name is Leslie Cook, and I am just one of an incredible team of forensic nurses providing patient care here at the SATC. Our office is located just off of Lake Avenue, across from the Veterans Hospital, right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So we wanted to give you just a quick tour so that you can have a better understanding of what goes on here at the SATC. So come along with me and let's take a look. So here we are inside the lobby of the Sexual Assault Treatment Center. But what exactly is the SATC? Well, we're a team of forensic nurses that are available 24/7, 365 for you or your loved one whenever it's reported or suspected that sexual assault has happened to you. We work with members of law enforcement, departments of child services, and hospitals here in Allen County, but also in the 17 surrounding communities here in Northeast Indiana. Why? Very sadly, sexual assault is happening every 92 seconds to someone in this country. What is our role? We're going to provide that medical forensic exam. We are your healthcare provider. But what does that mean? Let's go take a look at that. So, what does the medical forensic exam process look like? By now, our patient has already made a choice. For those 18 and older, they've chosen either our anonymous reporting option or our full team option. For anonymous, it's only going to be the patient and the nurse sitting in this room. Our full team, we're going to add a law enforcement officer and a victim advocate. Irregardless of the option that our patient chooses, it's important to know that this is a safe space and a safe room where our patient can feel freely to talk about the events of what has happened to them. When that is completed, we will have our patient sign consent for examination, and then only the patient and the nurse will transition into the examination room. Let's go see what the examination room looks like. So here we are in our adult and adolescent examination room. The next step in the process is going to be the medical forensic exam. So the nurse is going to have the patient get into a gown. A complete head-to-toe examination will be conducted on that patient. And the purpose of that is for injury identification, but also collection of evidence. So for any evidence that is collected on that patient, clothing we're going to place into these bags. And then we have new articles of clothing that we can give that patient to go home in. Discharge planning will include medications to prevent disease process, referrals back into the community, and any type of follow-up that that patient will require. Now the process for children is just a little bit different. So let's go take a look at what that looks like. So this is our pediatric examination room. As you can see, it's a little bit more colorful than our adult adolescent room. The process for evidence collection is virtually the same for children as it was for the adolescent, but the exam technique is definitely different. All of the examinations for our pediatric patients are designed to be very non-traumatic. Our children can and do have a say in what their examinations look like. Once those exams are complete, our kids have an opportunity to place either their handprint or in some cases a footprint on our wall. Whenever that part is complete, we're going to take them down the hall and we've got yet one more surprise for them. So the last stop for our children today is going to be in our treasure closet. As you can see, the children have a wide variety of items to choose from. Everything is new and donated, so whether that be a blanket, a book, a toy, whatever they choose. Our kids didn't have a choice to be here today, but we want them to leave with a positive experience. We hope you enjoyed the tour of the Sexual Assault Treatment Center today and found it to be both informative and educational. If you'd like to be part of the center's mission, please visit our website's donation section, where you will find a list of our center's needs, as well as the ability to make a monetary donation. On behalf of myself, our Chief Nursing Officer, Michelle Ditton, and all of the nurses at the Sexual Assault Treatment Center, we say thank you for your generous support.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, Leslie, for taking us through the center and giving us that inside look. Just really, really beautiful, especially that treasure closet for the kids.
Correct.
You know, making it easier on these kids who are having such a tough time.
Right.
All right, Jerry. Well, I think it's time to announce some more door prizes. What do you say?
3 to be exact. So, Julian, I'm going to dig deep this time. I've been accused of drawing off the top, so here we go.
Can't do that.
Numero uno is Nathaniel Mendel from Auburn, Indiana.
Woo-hoo!
Nathaniel Mendel.
Nathaniel! Congrats!
All right, digging into this again.
Make sure you call in.
Number 2 is Carly Maxwell from Fort Wayne. Carly Maxwell, thank you very much.
All right, Carly!
And the 3rd is Jeff McCracken from Woodburn, Indiana. I think he's a police officer, isn't he, New Haven? Very good, Jeff. Congratulations. All right, Julian.
All right, thank you so much, Jerry. Well, as we told you earlier in the show, and unfortunately this is a very difficult statistic to wrap your mind around, but 65% of the patients at the center are children. I know, it's just horrible to think about. But it takes a special person to deal with these kids when they're going through such a rough time, and fortunately, our forensic nurses have that very special training, and to talk more about that is Dr. Susan Freyer. Take a listen.
My name is Susan Freyer. I am the Pediatric Medical Director for the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center. I am an emergency medicine physician, a pediatrician, and a mom. The Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center provides treatment for children at an incredibly traumatic time in their lives. These children have just been harmed, usually by someone they know and trust. This is not something that any of us like to think about. Children aren't supposed to be hurt. They're supposed to be playing at the playground, laughing, and having fun. The nurses and staff at the center are able to provide an environment for these children in which they can feel safe again. And this is not something that just any healthcare provider can do. The nurses have received special training that allows them to not only provide the necessary medical treatment that these children need, but they're also able to gain the child's trust and allow them to start the psychological healing process. The Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center is an incredibly special place run by incredibly special and talented nurses. They are able to provide hope for children when it feels like none exist, and this is priceless.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Freyer, for explaining a little bit about that. All right, so of course we have the legendary Train Hoppers providing live entertainment for us this evening. Let's throw it out to them for another song.
Well, we'd like to dedicate this for everybody watching. We wrote this just recently, and it kind of makes sense tonight. So thanks for tuning in.
When we're all back together someday, will we go back to the way it was before? Or will we try to find a way to ask for more? When we're all back together someday, and the time is no longer on our side, can we keep our fears at bay and enjoy the ride? Oh, I can't tell you how to feel or make you believe what is real. I know these times are not ideal, to come what may. Someday, and we made it through somehow. I hope that we will always say it's better now. Oh, I can't tell you how to feel or make you believe what is real. I know these times are not ideal to feel this way. Oh, I can't tell you how to feel or make you believe what is real. I know these times are not ideal, but I hope and pray we will all be together someday. We will all be together someday. We will all be together someday. We will all be together someday.
We are, yes. Hey, aren't the legendary train hoppers so good?
Yes, amazing. The girls have loved listening to them.
Oh, they are so cute. Hi, ladies. How are you doing?
They are. Look, you're on screen.
So sweet. Are you bidding tonight, Lexi? Do you have your eyes on some of the items?
We do. We have been bidding.
Which ones?
The noonday bag for sure, and then we are looking at the live auction items. So we're excited.
Oh my gosh, so exciting. Well, thank you so much for being a part of this, our live virtual event. And this is just awesome. We really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're happy to be a part of it.
Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you, Lexi. And I hope you win tonight. Keep bidding.
Yes. Thank you. Me too.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my God. All right, well, this lady needs no introduction, and I know that this is a favorite part of the evening for a lot of people. Michelle Ditton is the CEO and Chief Nursing Officer of the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center. And Michelle, gosh, The first time I met you, we instantly connected. You're such a passionate person, and you really care about your patients and about the center. And I know you have a few words to share with everybody tonight.
I do. And thank you, Julian, for your time again. And that lovely song that the Train Hoppers just sang. On behalf of the Warm and Cozy Committee and the Board of Directors and the staff of the Sexual Assault Treatment Center, we want to thank all the sponsors, volunteers, and donors who made this virtual event possible. But I also like to thank some of the people who are out here tonight. I'm really kind of emotional because that song they just sang, they're not paying attention to me. But the legendary Train Hoppers and Blueberry Sound and Luck Tech, who's been out there taking our pictures. We have Jerry Ely here from Schrader Auctions and Julian from NBC being our MC, and I love having her here. She makes it so real. And a real special shout out to Kayla and David for opening up their hearts and their home again. And to Michael, Tina, you did it. You really pulled it off. And thank you for joining us online in these unprecedented times. But as you've heard over and over today, your support is needed this year more than ever. Our center has remained open and provided superior medical forensic care throughout the pandemic. We have implemented procedures and guidelines to keep the victims and nurses safe and healthy, and at the same time seen drastic cuts in our funding while our costs have increased. But we still have provided all of our services for free. And I'm not sure how many of you are aware that amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, there is another horrific silent pandemic, child sexual abuse. Social distancing measures have kept our kids out of sight, so they're no longer visible to teachers, coaches, and neighbors who are required and trained to report. The strains and uncertainty are only rising as financial hardships grow. So we've seen increased substance abuse, increased physical abuse, increased intimate partner violence, increased rapes, and as I said, drastic increases in our child sexual abuse. For the first time in RAIN's 25-year history, half of the victims calling in are minors. For children, stay at home does not mean safe at home. And our children are spending more time alone and unsupervised online. And this makes them more vulnerable to predators and human trafficking. Sex offenders have taken advantage of this pandemic, and it's been a perfect storm. Please, if you find it in your heart, consider making a donation or bidding on one of the live auction items. Help us help the children. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for attending our first, and I pray, our last virtual event. And we will see you September 22nd, 2021, where the center will be celebrating its 25th year anniversary. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Jada Smith, and I'm the Director of Resource Development for the Salvation Army in Allen County. I am also a mother of 6, and I am a survivor of rape and sexual assault. And I'm just so grateful that the Sexual Assault Treatment Center is an option that young women have. It's something that I didn't have 25 years ago, and it took me till my mid-30s to come out, and I feel like if the center was something that would have been an option for me all those years ago, my life could have been very different in a very positive way. I wouldn't change anything that I did or anything that I've done, but the healing that I've done is because of the Sexual Assault Treatment Center. The person that I've grown to be as a survivor is because of the Sexual Assault Treatment Center, and I wish that for every survivor, that they have that option, because what it gives to all of us is just immeasurable and priceless.
Wow, thank you so much, Jama, for sharing your heart with us. Certainly not an easy thing to do. And Michelle, we were talking about Jama earlier, and you were telling me about when you met her and how you could just tell that there was something heavy on her heart. What did you mean by that?
I could tell that she carried a burden because Jama at that time, before, she didn't report it to anyone. This was a high-profile person, and she was told not to, and she was young and she did not report. Well, he went on to rape another person, and so many people told her that if she'd only would have told someone, then he wouldn't have done it. So I asked to meet her, and I said that she was not responsible at all for somebody else's actions, that only he was responsible, and that she had to do what she needed to do at that time. And she said I was the first person in 20-some years that had ever said those words to her, but anyone that ever said was that she should have told. And that is not what we do at our center. We tell people they have to make the individual choices that are good for them.
It's so important because you give people those options, and I feel like so many victims need to hear it's not your fault, it's nothing you did.
Right. And I think that a lot of people forget that. And most women don't report at all, ever, to anyone or tell anyone about it. And it took a lot of strength for Jayma to come forward, and that's why I love that testimonial too, and we've become very good friends. But she needed to know that no one's responsible for anyone else's actions. She can only do what she needed to do, what was best for her.
Exactly. You can only control yourself, and Jayma obviously took advantage of your counseling services right at the center.
Well, we don't have counseling. I just wanted, we made sure people get counseling if they need counseling, correct. But no, I just wanted to meet her, and I thought that was a good point to have people know that, and again, like the after hours call thing, that we can talk them through some things. And I didn't know Jayma until I'd see her say for the very first time that she had been assaulted 20 years prior.
All right. Thank you so much, Michelle. And that is a perfect segue into why we need to fund Call Pay. We need our nurses to be available 24/7 on the clock for you in case something were to happen. So please go on the website and fund Call Pay. And remember, the live auction starts at 8 o'clock. Very important that you switch over to the live audio feed on the Schrader auction site. Because we're doing this virtual live, there's a little bit of a delay, and we cannot have a delay when we're doing a live auction. So make sure you guys go to the live audio feed. Very, very important. And we're not too far off from the live auction, so we are rocking and rolling here. All right, so I think now, Michelle, we're going to do some door prizes. How about that?
I get to do two.
You get to do two. Yes, you do.
Go deep down here. Rachel and Talis from Michigan. Yes, Rachel. Yes. Way to go, Rachel.
All right, congratulations.
Yes. Call in, Rachel, down there. Where's the numbers? We need the numbers to call in down there. There they are. See, I'm taking pictures.
Yes,
Let's go.
call in, Rachel. Don't forget your door prize.
These are all $50 door prizes, too. So it's like, whoa, David DeMarcus. Is he? I don't even know. David, call in.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Okay, David, congratulations to you.
Some numbers here. That's really good.
All right, thank you so much, Michelle, and congrats to the door prize winners. We are having so much fun with that tonight. All right, Jerry, so let's talk a little bit about the live auction items. Oh my gosh, tell me what you got going over there.
Well, again, there's probably some of the perennial favorites. So I know we have the NASCAR experience, and there's always a lot of excitement on that. This Brown County retreat has been a hot item on the pre-bidding, so they're going to have to just step up when we go live. A ladies' pool party at this pool right behind us here.
I mean, come
Sorry,
on,
fellows, but it is a ladies' pool party.
This is absolutely gorgeous.
The pool house and everything here, and I'm sure there'll be all kinds of nice, fun things along with the pool party here.
Maybe some wine, Jerry.
Possibly some things like that. Lake Tahoe Getaway, again, also a wonderful trip for two, airfare, just a wonderful trip out there. So there's a lot of neat things going to be coming up here in just a few short minutes. I think we got about maybe 20 minutes till we go live on the auction. And as you already mentioned, they need to make sure they go over to the live bidding platform. You can just go tab to tab, because we are, after the live auction, going to come back to you for a little final words and thank yous. So be prepared. In a few minutes will be live auction.
Yeah, okay. Make sure you're on the live audio feed. All right, Jerry, thank you so much for telling us about some of those awesome items. So incredible. Well, as you know, our forensic nurses collect that very important medical forensic evidence that could win justice for a victim in the courtroom, which is so important. And to tell us more about that is Allen County Deputy Prosecutor Tessa Helge. Take a listen.
My name is Tessa Helge, and I'm a Deputy Prosecuting Attorney here in Allen County, Indiana. I'm the Section Chief of the Sex Crimes Division, and I have the opportunity to frequently work with the nurses at the Sexual Assault Treatment Center, as they are on a majority of my cases. These nurses come in and they testify at trial. They explain the examination they conduct on patients. They talk about how they collect swabs that are later sent to the Indiana State Police Laboratory for DNA testing. And they also, most importantly, explain to jurors why injuries are so uncommon in these types of cases, especially involving children. I truly believe we could not get the justice that we do for victims of sexual assault here in Allen County without the amazing and important work of these nurses. Please join me in supporting their very important and crucial mission. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Tessa, for sharing a little bit about your experience with the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center. All right, Michelle, so I have to remind everybody you can log in to the live auction right now, so make sure you go ahead and do that. It starts at 8 o'clock. The bidding starts. Jerry and I will be doing that, so make sure you stick around. Okay, how about some more door prizes, Michelle?
Yes.
It's like our favorite thing tonight.
I know. But too bad it doesn't say Michelle Ditton.
Julie Tinkerum. Yeah, where's my name? Yeah, what's going on there?
Oh my goodness, I can't believe there's so many names in here. Is it 2 I'm drawing? Is it 2? Uh-huh. It is going to be Sarah Fisher from Mission, Texas.
All right, Sarah. Oh my gosh. Congratulations from Texas.
Yay,
wow.
Yay. Just one more?
Incredible. Yeah, go ahead and do one more.
Wow, the alarm system's going off. Don't panic. We're all okay here.
Okay. Live TV, you never know what's going to happen.
Linda Gilmore from Huntertown, Indiana, and I don't drink.
Oh, Linda!
Way to go.
Congrats to our door prize winners. All right, thank you so much,
Call in.
Michelle. Yes, please call in so you can get your awesome door prize. All right, so just another reminder, guys, we go live with the auction at 8 o'clock sharp, so you need to be over to the live audio feed if you'd like to participate and bid. But we will leave that video feed up, so if you'd like to watch us, you can leave that video feed up. But if you'd like to actually participate in the auction, you need to be on the live audio feed. All right, so for the last time, we asked people in our community what the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center means to them. And right now, you're going to hear from Lieutenant Colonel from the 122nd Fighter Wing, Julie Burkroff.
Hello, my name is Lieutenant Colonel Julie Caskey, the Sexual Assault Response Coordinator for the 122nd Fighter Wing, home of the Black Snakes, here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I want to take this time to express my appreciation for the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center and all that they provide to this community. The center adds so much value to our community with the services they provide surrounding sexual assault and other types of violence. The knowledge and empathy every individual has at the center is phenomenal, and Michelle is always ready and available to provide our airmen and their families the resources and the support that they need at their time of need. The Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center also assists me as the SARC with some trainings and events and any type of awareness, such as our air show a few years back. Michelle, I cannot tell you how thankful I am and express the gratitude that I have to have built such a wonderful partnership with the Fort Wayne Sexual Assault Treatment Center for those here at the Black Snake family. It is such an honor to work with you and everyone at the center, and I just want to say thank you for what you do from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, you're hot.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant, for sharing your words with us. Well, we have been having so much fun, and the fun is not over. It's a great night for live music, and we've got the legendary Train Hoppers here. They're doing an incredible job, and we're going to go out to them for one last song. Take it away, guys.
Okay, Silver up. Thanks, everybody. One more tune. A little bit quieter number. Again, seems to fit the evening. It features feature Phil and Chris on vocals on this one.
There will be a time when you are hurt, and between the sea and where you thought you'd be, there will be a time when you lose love. A smiling boy, a laughing girl, a window to the world, and you will find as you grow the path that winds, the pain is slow, and though you're gone, the light is on, and it always will be for you. There will be a time when you're more scared than you've ever known. The first time you were alone, and there will be a time when you will want to start all over again, to cast your fate to the wind. And you will find as you grow the path that winds, the pain is slow. That ceramic bee still hides the key, and I will get to see you again. There will be a time when you will lose all that you have got, and who you are and what you're not. And there will be a time when you are free, static on the dial, a mile after 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 mile. Path that winds, the pain is slow, but there was a hole you filled in my soul.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in person next year.
Oh my
You guys are
gosh!
so good.
Michelle, don't they sound good? And they're so soothing, like the legendary Train Hoppers, the soothing
And you guys
sounds.
made me cry for my speech. Oh, I love them.
Oh my gosh, they did such an incredible job. A big shout out to the legendary Train Hoppers tonight. All right, Michelle, so we are hitting Call Pay very hard tonight because it is your big fund to need, your only fund to need for tonight.
It is.
Tell us why people need to donate.
Well, I think you and I were talking when we were off camera. You asked me how many cases come in or people call in after hours. And
Yes.
it's like about 75% of our calls are after hours. So from 5 p.m. to 8 a.m., that's the majority of our calls, and our weekends. No rhyme or reason to it, but that's when our calls come in. So I'm paying for those nurses, their expertise, they're board certified, they're highly trained, highly skilled. We have a coroner, a legal death investigator, board certified sexual assault nurse examiners in adult and peds, and they're the ones manning those phones. And they're directly patched right to the nurse from our answering service. They don't call back. So if they call, phone call, even if it's a police officer who says, I have a question, I'm out of the scene, what do I do? And we get lots of those calls day in and day out. So not just victims, but people who need to know what to do.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to fund with that cut. I need to raise approximately $43,000 to pick up that so I can find another way. And with COVID, a lot of foundations and places went out of business. And some of the bigger funds were cut back from the feds, so I want to raise that so I can continue to pay the amount of dollars that I need to pay for them.
Okay, yes, highly trained professionals that you are dealing with on the phone who are going to give you that information you need when you are in such a dire situation. So please go on our website and fund Call Pay. It's so crucial for tonight. Michelle, I know there are probably a lot of victims who are watching tonight and who are touched by this entire event. What would you like them to know?
Kind of like our fireside video, that there's hope, that it doesn't define who they are, that many women have struggled for years and then found that place where they're okay, but that there is hope. And if they need, they can call and we can help them find counselors if they're still struggling or just acknowledging any of this. But that there's hope. I think hope is the biggest thing we can offer anyone.
Yeah, hope is eternal. Yeah,
Yes, it
yeah.
is.
Michelle,
It
thank you so much for your words. And
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I hope everybody has had an incredible time and it's not over yet. And of course, we're doing this live virtual event because of the pandemic. And unfortunately, you guys are seeing a rise in cases because kids and other people were stuck at home and couldn't get out of an awful situation, right?
It's been crazy, actually. I mean, I don't even have words for the heinousness of it all. We knew it was coming because our numbers kind of dropped off. And as soon as it opened up a little bit and kids were getting back to school, I mean, even with the intimate partner violence, I mean, with most things, but it's the child abuse that has really skyrocketed off. And I think it's only going to go higher. I mean, I think it's not over yet. I mean, the kids who will come forward when they can get to a safe place to tell, or teachers notice things. So yeah, it's been wild. And it's not a nice ride, I have to say either. So
it's not. Well, let's talk a little bit about the training that forensic nurses have to go through, because in addition to being registered nurses, you guys have other training. Can you talk about that?
There's two separate trainings. For the adult and adolescent, it's a 40-hour didactic or the bookwork class, and then you have to do all of your clinicals. We make people go through a lot of training before they're out on their own, about a year that they have to take training. Yeah, as a matter of fact, one of our nurses, Leslie, just talked to someone who was kind of interested and said that's a lot of training. And pediatrics also is a 40-hour class, and then you go through about 60 hours of clinicals, and then you have to do the hands-on component, and that's another year that you have to take a training. Then you have to maintain the board certification. And interestingly, though, there's only about 400 board-certified sexual assault nurse examiners in peds in the world.
Wow.
And a little bit over 1,400. That number's creeping up a little bit of adolescent and adult. But to give you an idea, there's 26 million RNs in Indiana alone.
Okay.
So that's not very many nurses, very many that are trained like we are.
Yeah. So when Michelle says highly trained professionals That's what she means.
Yeah,
Just
they are.
incredible. Some of your nurses are here tonight, but not not all of them are here.
We had to keep COVID. We have different teams of nurses who are working during different days, so we couldn't mingle them together. But we have Angela manning the phones at home, and Sean and Leslie's at work on call.
Wow.
So
somebody's on call right now,
Yes,
guys,
they
if
are.
anybody needs help.
Right.
And what would you
Sarah
like to say to your nurses,
that
Michelle?
I love you, that this is about you. I could just cry again. I do. And Joyce and Tara and Sarah and Sean and Angela and Leslie, who's always on call. It seems like she's always on call for Warm and Cozy. But I love all of you, and thank you for your due diligence and your compassion and your strive to be the best, because I believe that we are the best. We might have been the 20th center in the country to open, but there's thousands and thousands out there now. But we stand alone. We are the best, and I thank all of you.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much,
Thank
Michelle.
you. Thank you again, Julian.
All right, well, we've got about 4 minutes before we step into the live auction. Please switch over to that live audio feed on the Schrader auction site if you haven't done so already, and we will see you for the live auction. Stay tuned.
24/7, 365. Since 1996, they've been doing this, all right?
Yep.
$750 per week, $750 per week, all right? This covers the nurse's pay. $1,500 for 2 weeks, $1,500. Go down there, click on that. $3,500 for a month, $3,500 for a month. Go down and click on that. $43,000 for a year. Now, you can just go down to the donate button also. If you just want to donate another increment, if you just want to donate $1,000 or $10,000, just go to the actual donate button and you can put your number in there too. So please fund the need tonight. The need is the call pay right here for these nurses here. They are my heroes every year. And if they were here like we are every year, we are now having a virtual standing ovation for those nurses,
Yes,
because
we
every
are.
year we do, okay?
Yeah, for
all
sure.
those awesome nurses
A round
there.
of applause.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
okay?
Jerry,
So,
wonderful.
hey, folks, you can kind of keep toggling back and forth, keep on bidding there. But now we're going to talk about a utopian coffee experience.
Yes, we are.
I
And
like it.
Before that, I do want to.
This is a beautiful place. Check that out.
Lake Tahoe ski getaway for two included 2 airfares, 3-night stay at the Hyatt Regency Lake Tahoe at Incline Village. Also included $250 for lift tickets to Diamond Peak Ski Resort, donated by the DeMarcus family.
Gorgeous little ski trip right here for two. On this, 2 airfares included, 3-night stay. How many can I get? 2,000. I'm gonna get 25. I get 2,000. I'm gonna get 2,500. $25. 3 grand 35. I'm the 3. I'm gonna get 35. Then I'm gonna get $3,500 bill. 3 grand 35. I'm 3 grand 5. I'm gonna give. Who said 3,500? Wake up here. I'm only at 3,000. Gonna be $3,500 money be daughter. Last opportunity to buy tonight, folks. I'm $3,000 money be now 5. Then I'm gonna be $3,500 bill. 3 grand 35. Wake up here. I'm 3 grand. Who to give me? $32.50. We'll cut it in half. 3,000 going to be $32.50. One more time. I get 3 grand. I'm going to get $32.50. I'm $3,000 money bid. I'm going to give me $32.50. They must win a bit there. 35. Thank you. Now 37.5. I'll let you all play. 35. 37.50. I'm $3,500 money. Give me $37.50. Kevin, going to give me 37.5. I'm at 35. Give me $37.50. One more time. I'm at 35 now. 37.50. One more time. And the bills. $37.50. Thank you. Now 4 grand. I'm $37.50. Now 4. Give me 4,000. Your other bidders out. Now going to be $4,000 bill. I'm at $37.50. Now 4. How about a break and give me $4,000 money bid under. I'm at 37. I'm going to get 4. Who said 4,000? Boys, there's a bargain right here. There it is. Thank you. And now 42.5. I'm bid 4,000. I'm going to get 42. Never get 4,000. I'm going to get 42.5. At $4,000 money bid. I'm going to get 42.5. 4. I'm going to get 42.5. 42.50. Fair warning. I'm 4,000. How about a break and give me 42.5? And I said, fair warning. This is it. 4,000. 42.5. If you want this
ski trip
if you want this trip of a lifetime right here, take a look here. Lake Tahoe. And I'm at 4,000. Going to be 42.5. One more time. And I said, sing it together. So, $4,000. Mark it by $4,000 bill. 4,000. Last chance, folks. Go back and toggle back now to the website, Warm and Cozy, and you can hit once again. I'm just going to hit it one more time. The call pay, the fund the need. You can start your donations there. If there's something you didn't get tonight, just go back to that, and you can bid on those items here. So I'm going to turn it back over to Julian and Michelle, and it's been a great pleasure to be with you all here tonight. If you're at home, give yourselves a round of applause. Great bidders. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Jerry. That was so much fun. Thank you for everybody that was bidding tonight. Oh my gosh, we had such incredible items, and we thank you so much for joining us and for watching. And Michelle, I know you'd like to say a few things before we say good night to all of you.
Again, I'd like to thank all of you who joined us online and made this event so incredibly special. And to all the people that were out here with us tonight, Blueberry Sound, Legendary Train Hoppers, Jerry Ely from Schrader Auctions, Luck Tech, Julian, my great co-host. Well, I guess I was your co-host. She was the MC. I was the co-host.
Co-host, Michelle. Yeah. No,
she's the MC. I'm a co-host. And to Michael, Tina, you pulled it off, babe. You really did. And thank all of you.
Michael did a great job.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is. If you see the wires around here, you would see why this is amazing. And thank you to all of you who opened up your hearts. And please, if you have a few more minutes, go on and look at the Fund a Need, which is our call pay. And with that said, I hope to see a lot of you. It will be a very special event next year, September 22nd, 2021. Julian will be our MC again. You'll see Jerry again. We're bringing back all of the people who started the center with us 25 years ago, who believed in our work and in our mission, so it will be a special event. I know some of you are out there today. Hi, Dr. Alex Antalis, if you're still on there. There's a lot of them, and it will be a very, very special event. But thank you for tonight, and thank you for opening up your hearts and your pockets, because it matters, because we do something very special for the victims of sexual assault. Thank you.
Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you, Julian. I want to cry. It's so funny.
You know, this was a huge undertaking, but we pulled it off. A big thank you to everybody that helped out tonight, and we so appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who's watching, who donated. Again, please fund call pay. We definitely need our nurses 24/7.
We'll call them tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow's when we'll notify you.
Yes, we will call you, and for the door prizes, right, Michelle?
No, for everything. We'll call tomorrow for payment.
Okay, yes, we will call tomorrow for payment. So Make sure you take our phone call. Thank you so much. And I just know that the 25th year, the 9th annual Warm and Cozy is going to be bigger and better than ever. Stay tuned for that. And thank you so much. A big thank you to our forensic nurses for everything that you do. Everybody have a safe and happy evening. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you for watching.